Hello students, I'm your teacher Shivani and today we are going to do grammar. Children, do you want to improve your English? We all know that we have to improve our roots to get good fruits. So, to get good fruits in English, we are now going to learn the roots of English. We are now going to learn tenses. Tenses are the main fundamental pillars to write and speak correct English. So, children, let's get started. Before we begin with tenses, I just want to tell you what a tense actually means. Tenses, the form of the verb that indicates the time and manner of the action, is known as a tense. Tense is a form of a verb taken to show the time an action happened. Now, the time the action took place could be past, present, or future. So, tenses are mainly divided into three types: past tense, present tense, and future tense. Now, each of these tenses has their four subtitles: simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. Children, today I will begin by explaining simple present tense. You know what? I will not begin with the structure of this sentence. Rather, I'll tell you something very important, and that is, where is this tense used? I mean to say, I'm going to explain you the usage of simple present tense. This will really help you a lot. So let's begin. Students, it is very important to know at what places we are supposed to use simple present tense. First of all, remember, whenever we talk about something which happens always, regularly, or as a habit, we use simple present tense. For example, you like to sing, so you can always say, I sing. Or you have a habit that you go to temple every Monday. You'll say, I go to the temple every Monday. Now, you want to comment on your friend Mark, that Mark doesn't drink coffee very often. So you can say, Mark doesn't drink coffee very often. Please note, in these sentences, you are using first form of verb in the sentence. Like, you have a habit of moving according to a schedule. You'll say, I always move according to a fixed schedule. In this, move is the first form or root form of the verb. So what I mean to say is that when you talk about something which happens always, regularly, or as a habit, please use simple present tense. Next, I want you to know that simple present tense is also used for expressing your thoughts and feelings, right? For example, you want to give a compliment to your friend about his dress. Obviously, you will use simple present tense. I like your dress, it's beautiful. You want to admit something. I admit I was wrong. Or you feel something about something. Your hands feel cold. Remember, in these three sentences, I have used first form of verb, like, admit, and feel. So, once again, for thoughts and feelings, you will use simple present tense. Okay, do you know that we use simple present tense to express general or universal truths? Of course, you should be knowing that. You all know that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, isn't that? So, this is actually a universal truth, or you can say it is a general truth. It is a scientific fact also that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Again, you have used first form of verb. Man is mortal. It is a universal truth. Again, you've used first form of verb. So whenever you want to express general or universal truths, you will use simple present tense, first form of verb. Now, to express a fact or something which is true at present, something which is true at present, you will use simple present tense. Suppose, let's take your own example, right? Suppose you feel that you love to be pampered. So what will you say? I love to be pampered. I practice yoga to keep fit. So what is this action? In this action, you are expressing a fact, something which is true at the time of speaking. So you're using first form of verb. In the first sentence, you said, I love to be pampered. Love is simple present tense, first form of verb. I practice yoga to keep fit. Again, first form of verb, practice, right? In exclamatory sentences, also you can use simple present tense. Let me tell you how. In exclamatory sentences, beginning with here and there, we use simple present tense. For example, you don't like a person and he's going that way. You'll say, there goes the devil. Or your friend has just entered the class. Here comes the hero. Students, this is an exclamatory sentence, but you have used simple present tense over here. Isn't it interesting? Okay, now I'll tell you in time clauses and conditional clauses. Time clauses and conditional clauses, in place of future tense, you can use simple present tense. You know what are conditional clauses? Conditional clauses are the clauses in which you put some condition before a person. For example, you're talking to your friend, okay? You say, Ramesh, if you see him, give him this book. Or you're talking to your mom. Mom, if you see dad, tell him that I am studying. So over here, if you see is a conditional clause and you're again using first form of verb in this. So for conditional clauses, you use simple present tense. Now, time clause. What is time clause? For example, I say, we shall start when the sun rises. You said, we shall start when the sun rises. You know, when the sun rises is a time clause. In this also, you have used simple present tense, first form of verb. So, for time clauses and conditional clauses, in place of future tense, you will use simple present tense. Students, in my next video, I'll explain you the structure of simple present tense. Thank you.